Hello guys, in our previous video we did the preparation of Benedict solution, and now in this video we are going also to actually use the same Benedict solution that we prepared previously in our last video to see how it is being used to test for the simple sugars that we mentioned during that video. And from there we are going to start over. So we are going to test for both reducing and non-reducing sugars, and we have our reagents ready. We have our Benedict solution, which is our major reagent. We have hydrochloric acid solution, which is a dilute hydrochloric acid. We have the sodium hydrogen carbonate solution here, and then of course we have what we need, basic requirements. We have our boiling tubes, our test tubes. We have water bath here with me that we are going to use, and then finally we have a food substance that is labeled P. Remember, we don't know what is it. We want to test to see whether it has got what we are speculating that is present, and specifically we are going to test reducing and non-reducing sugars. And here we have a table. We have the food that we are going to test. We are going to indicate here, and then the procedure. We have observation, and then finally we have conclusion. Here I'm going where it's indicated food. I'm going to write the food substance that I'm going to test, that is reducing sugars. Never ever confuse and write here Benedict solution. No, we are not testing for Benedict. We are testing for the presence of reducing sugars in the food substance that we've been provided with here. This solution P. So in procedure, this is how you write the procedure. So procedure number one is just write put 2 centimeters cube of, in this case, the food substance of food substance in a clean test tube, in a clean test tube, in a clean test tube, in a clean test tube. Then procedure number 2, you add 2 centimeters cube of Benedict solution, and heat to boil, and heat to boil, and heat to boil. That is our procedure. Heat to boil. That's our procedure. So we are going to do exactly as we've written here. We are going to do exactly as we've written here. So we have, this is my measuring cylinder, 10 ml. I'm going to add about 2 cubic centimeters of the food substance. That is around 2 cubic centimeters of the food substance. And then I measure another 2 cubic centimeters of Benedict solution. 2 cubic centimeters of Benedict solution. That's around 2 cubic centimeters of Benedict solution. Now, so into a clean test tube. This is my test tube. My test tube is very clean. Into a clean test tube, I put the 2 cubic centimeters of the food substance, and then I add 2 cubic centimeters of Benedict solution. And I want us to note the color, the initial color of our mixture. The initial color is blue. So we are expecting some changes. If it is a positive result or a negative result, we shall see what happens. So this is the blue. Initial color of the solution is blue due to the blue color of a Benedict solution here. So what I'm going to do is actually, the next procedure is actually, after that you add 2 cubic of Benedict solution and then you heat to boil. So I'm going to heat my solution using a water bath. I'm not going to heat it directly to avoid actually the cracking of the test tubes. At the same time, it is going also to allow us to see gradual changes of colors, changing from what we say, maybe green to yellow, maybe to orange finally. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the test tube holder so that I cannot be burned. So I have my test tube holder here. Use it like that. Then I place it in a water bath, and then for around 5 minutes we shall wait and then see. We have our clock here. So let's see, and let's see what is going to happen there. If you can clearly see, I can also be withdrawing as the color changes. If you look at that, the color has just started to change. That is how it is going to happen. So remember, this is the Benedict solution that we prepared. Now we are using it to carry out a food test. So let's make that observation. Look at that color. It is actually changing gradually. It is now green. So we continue heating it and see what happens gradually. So if you look at that color, it is yellow. We are moving slowly. So we shall see the final color of the same solution. There we go. Look at that color. That color is orange, and that is the final color of my result. That is the final result. So we made the observation, and we say that the observation here is, I'm going to state the initial color of the mixture, and then finally I state the final color. So here is what I'm going to write. I'll say the blue color of Benedict's solution turns orange. So the conclusion that I will make here is that reducing sugars present So in most cases, if there is reducing sugars in our solution that we are given, this is the color. But sometimes the result can be negative. So how are we going to carry out that? So if the solution is, if the result after you heat, and then you find that the blue color of Benedict's solution persists, is going to persist, the blue color of Benedict solution persists, then the conclusion that you are going to make is that reducing sugars absent. If at all the color of Benedict solution is not going to change to what we saw, then the result is negative, and we say that reducing sugars are absent if the blue color of Benedict solution persists. So that is all concerning the test for reducing sugars, using our Benedict solution.